And now, Pennsylvania suburbs, a married mom of three, a high school math teacher busted teaching a lot more than arithmetic. 33-year-old Erica Giannetti accused of sex assault on a boy student she allegedly stalks at the school dance. The alleged child predator goes home on bail and allowed to take off her tracking device because she says it's inconvenient.
She's a respected teacher, specializing in advanced calculus, statistics, and honors algebra.
Erica Ann Giannetti allegedly admitted that she had sent sexually suggested pictures, videos, and texts to a 17-year-old student after meeting him at this Northeast coffee shop. The pair then had sex in a car not far away.
She's a teacher, she's a genius in math, he's a mechanic, he always work. They're the best.
To Rich Zioli, host of the Rich Zioli Show, WPHT. Rich, a math teacher, a mother of three.
Yeah, and she can't wear her GPS tracking device, Nancy, because it's too difficult for her to charge it. She has to stand in one place and charge it. Now, mind you, this GPS monitoring device is so that she doesn't go near children because she's a sexual predator. She stalked a 17-year-old student at the prom, was sexually texting him, sending her messages, and then she winds up taking the kid into her car and having sex with him, and now she's free to go, free to roam around the streets.
To Michael Christian, what more can you tell us?
This woman has 3 children, Nancy. They're 8, 11, and 14. Those are the only minors that she's allowed to be with on an unsupervised basis at this point. Basically, this all happened, as you said, this woman was chaperoning a senior prom. She told one of the boys there, a 17-year-old, that she wondered if maybe he wanted to work out with her at her gym and, to contact her if he was interested. So he sent her an email a couple days later. She emailed her number back. And then one thing led to another until finally they're having sex in her car in the parking lot of an industrial parking structure.
Unleash, the lawyers, Jeff Gold, Shireen Hermazdi, I don't know why it's more offensive to me that she's a mom, and that really has nothing to do with guilt or innocence, but it is more offensive. Shireen, she's totally busted. What I don't understand is why a judge would let her get out on bond and not bother to wear her ankle monitor.
Well, the judge doesn't consider whether or not she committed the crime she's charged with, and I disagree that she's a sexual predator.
Why do you disagree with that?
The age of consent in most states is 16. This victim was 17 years old, and therefore she's probably at most...
But not in this state.
In Pennsylvania, the age of consent is 16.
But my point is, this was going on before he was 17. So...
That makes a difference.
Yeah, it does make a difference. And, Jeff Gold, the fact that she was luring the student, having sex in the car with the student, to me it's an outrage that she's being treated differently than a man predator under the same conditions.
Well, first of all, it does make a difference that she was a teacher. She's in a position of trust. It's different when you have somebody like that. She has a 14-year-old child. That makes a difference, too. But on the other hand, I don't think there's any evidence that she's going to go out and do this again. It's a huge disgrace. She's certainly under conditions other than the monitoring. There's no suggestion she's going to wait in the bushes for a young child. What she's done is admit to this. I think that's enough.
Bethany, why are women treated this way? Why is it when it's a boy victim, everybody brushes it under the rug like it's okay?
Oh, not only that, Nancy, if she was a man, we would be guessing that she became a school teacher to gain proximity towards children. Or we would conjecture as to whether or not she had children in order to lure other little playmates over to the house. But because she's a woman, we're talking about this young man almost being at the age of consent. We're talking about it as if she just met him at the prom. She didn't meet him at the prom. She lured him. She went to the prom likely as a chaperone to gain proximity to him.